Welcome, Class 9 Hindi literature students and poetry lovers everywhere. Today, we're embarking on a truly beautiful spiritual journey. In this explainer, we're diving deep into the profound verses, or pads, of the great Sant Raidas. So, let's jump right in and explore a world defined entirely by selfless love and devotion.
Let's step back in time to the 15th century. Imagine a sage sitting peacefully amidst nature, birds, and absolute solitude. This gives us a window into Raidas's internal world, a place where the noise of the outside world completely fades away. His vision was deeply inspired by nature, and today we're going to unpack that quiet yet incredibly powerful perspective.
Here's our roadmap for today to get you totally prepped for your exams. We'll start with a brief intro to Sant Raidas, then explore his first pod on the inseparable bond with the divine and its key symbols. After that, we'll look at his second pod on true devotion, his opposition to external rituals, and finally, we'll wrap up with his language and poetic beauty.
Let's start with Section 1, a brief intro to Sant Raidas. Born in the holy city of Kashi, which we know as Varanasi today, Sant Raidas lived during the 15th century, roughly between 1388 and 1518. What makes him such a historical powerhouse is that he constantly championed equality, love, and brotherhood. In fact, his philosophies of social harmony were so profound that his simple, devotional verses are reverently included in the Sikh holy text, the Guru Granth Sahib.
Moving on to Section 2, the first pad, focusing on an inseparable bond.
This verse beautifully captures how a devotee connects with the divine. He opens by saying, "Ab kaise chutai Ram Rath lagi, Prabhuji, tum chandan hum pani." Think about that for a second. Just like rubbing sandalwood in water infuses every single drop with its rich fragrance, Raidas is saying his devotion has seeped into his very being. It's an unbreakable, totally inseparable bond.
Next up, Section 3, key symbols of the first pad.
From an exam perspective, understanding these symbols is absolutely crucial. If God is sandalwood, the devotee is water. If God is the dark cloud, the devotee is the peacock dancing at its sight. God is the lamp, and the devotee is the wick burning day and night. Pearl and thread, gold and borax, you see the pattern, right? Each pair relies entirely on the other. You literally can't string a pearl necklace without a thread. It's a perfect visual map of complete surrender. Now check out the linguistic beauty here. Your textbook's Beauty of Poetry section specifically highlights this phrase, Chitva Chan Chakora. Are you hearing that repetition of the ch consonant sound? When consonant sounds are repeated like this, it's called anupras alankar, or alliteration. It's amazing how Raidas uses such a sophisticated poetic device so effortlessly. Let's transition to Section 4, the second pad, focusing on true devotion. This line will honestly give you goosebumps. Raidas boldly tells the Lord, "Even if you break our bond, I never will, because if I break away from you, who else would I even connect with?" It's just a brilliant illustration of his unwavering, rock-solid faith. It shows us an intimate relationship built purely on absolute trust.
Section 5, opposition to external rituals. Imagine the 15th century society, which was heavily focused on religious shows and ceremonies. So, when the poet says he doesn't worry about undertaking physical pilgrimages or observing fasts, what does he really mean? Is he against religion? Well, no. Let's unpack the real meaning behind this.
Raidas is basically explaining that he doesn't need external rituals, like a physical pilgrimage to a holy place, to find God, and he has absolutely no andesa, or anxiety about skipping them. He bravely rejects mere outward shows of religion because he's found a true internal sanctuary right within his own devotion. For him, the ultimate pilgrimage is at the feet of the divine.
Concluding this second verse, he says that wherever he goes, it's a form of worship. For Raidas, the divine is omnipresent. God is literally everywhere. So, naturally, traveling to a specific location or performing rigid external rituals becomes entirely unnecessary when you carry the divine within you.
Let's look at Section 6, language and poetic beauty.
So, what tools did he use to spread this profound message? He didn't use highly academic or complex vocabulary. Instead, he used a simple, practical dialect based in Braj Pasha, beautifully mixed with Awadhi, Rajasthani, Kari Boli, and even some Urdu Persian words. Using this everyday conversational language made his powerful spiritual and social messages super accessible to the common people of his time.
There's something so deeply rooted and organic about his poetry, almost like a tree growing naturally right out of a pen. A huge feature of his work is its lyrical and musical quality, known as gyata. The natural rhythm made these songs incredibly easy to sing, remember, and seamlessly pass down from generation to generation.
I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. Hundreds of years ago, Raidas championed internal purity and rejected superficiality. Today, in our fast-paced and often very surface-level world, how does his message of equality and brotherhood apply to us? Do we still need to search for that internal sandalwood today? I'll let you think about that. Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep reading, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.